In the first game, the Luna Neo had Splat Bomb, here it has Ink Mine. In the first game, the vanilla Luna had Ink Mine, and here it has Splat Bomb. One of the few instances where these subs like this have been swapped between the variants, which is very interesting, and I'm not sure why, but we finally now have the Luna Neo, and actually in the first game, the Luna Neo was the vastly superior Luna, but how does it compare now? Is the Luna Neo better than the vanilla Luna? Well, once again, like I mentioned in my Rapid video, I'm no real blaster player. I don't know too much about the weapons myself. It's just going to be based on my opinion regarding the kit, and the Luna Neo has Ink Mine and Suction Bomb Rush. Back in Splatoon 1, the Luna Neo had Splat Bomb and Splat Bomb Rush. The Splat Bomb Rush was actually something that people found very annoying because the weapon was going to just turf with its Splat Bombs or turf with its kills and then just output Bomb Rushes. Where here it doesn't really have a sub that can help it cover things, it just has Ink Mine, which can more or less just be used to watch flanks or to just place into certain areas to keep pressure up or put them in zone to keep the zone painted in case it's being contested. But here the Luna Neo doesn't really have a sub that can help assist it, where the vanilla Luna has that Splat Bomb instead. Now, views on the Luna have always been shaky in the community, even back in this first game. A lot of people consider them to be the most brain-dead weapons of the game, as they had a very easy two-shot kill and had very deceptive range, where now actually in Splatoon 2, the blast radius of the Luna isn't as big. It's not the biggest out of all the blasters, which back in Splatoon 1, it had the biggest blast radius. Now even the regular blaster has a bigger blast radius than the Luna, which is weird to think about. And then now even the Clash Blaster has a bigger blast radius. So it's not as annoying as it used to be. However, it is still somewhat annoying, and people still get frustrated playing against this weapon with how quick it can output the shots and how easy it is for this thing to kill around corners. It's still a very annoying and frustrating weapon to play against, so you're often going to get a lot of negative comments from people if you play this weapon, or whatever. It's just one of those things that people have always had a negative opinion of. So even the fact that in this video I mentioned that I don't play blasters, people are going to point out that, like, oh, you don't have to play blasters to play Luna, you just win, you point and shoot and you win. And I mean, they're not far from incorrect. This is definitely one of the easier weapons to just play. However, one difference with this weapon and a lot of things that most people don't tend to put into the conversation is that weapons that are short range like the Luna, they suffer from not being able to get back in if all control is lost. Sure, the Luna can go out and fish for some kills and try and get control back that way, or at least give their teammates some footing that way. Back in Splatoon 1, if the Luna had no control, they would just spam bombs to get the bomb rush. Here in Splatoon 2, the Luna Neo can't really do that. You can't just build your bomb rush off ink mines. It's just not going to work, so the whole fishing for kills method is most likely what's going to be happening if you lose control. So in that regard, the Luna Neo actually could be considered worse. It doesn't have a bomb that it can use to space people out or to help build its special. The Luna Neo can use the bombs to build its baller, and then it can use the baller to get back in or to push people away. Where the Luna Neo, if it has no control, it just kind of has to sit there and paint with what little coverage the Luna has in hopes of building its bomb rush or getting the teammates to do something, or once again just kind of fish for kills. And if you're going to do that, you probably would want quick respawn, and then if you're using quick respawn, chances are you might not get the most use of it if you are spinning the whole map with control and being able to kill people. So it's not really that good. It's just like it suffers from not having a real sub to it. The ink mines by far are not the worst. They still have some use in some regards. However, it's just not something that you would give to a weapon to assist it. And I'm a big advocate of having subs on something that actually benefit it. And I don't think that Nintendo quite understands this. I've mentioned it several times in these videos, and it's just kind of unfortunate. A lot of weapons have ink mines, and there are some weapons where ink mine makes sense. Believe it or not, things like E-liter where it has ink mine, that kind of makes sense. At least in my mind, having ink mine on something that's not going to be moving that often, like an E-liter, actually it's really helpful. A weapon that's going to be stationary is probably going to be the main target. Having ink mines is actually really helpful for it. But weapons like the Luna Neo, the ink mine doesn't do anything for it. It'll help you with getting some kills from the follow-up from the ink mine when it explodes, and you can just shoot them maybe once and they'll may die to it. I don't know, but other than that, the ink mine just doesn't really assist the weapon. But in the turn, the special does. Having a bomb rush and using that for something that has short range and needs control to do its thing, it's really helpful, but the sub just doesn't do it. It's just not the best, and that's why I would suggest like a bunch of special saver for this, as the special charge isn't going to come in too handy. There's a common conversation between special charge or special saver, and the way I view it is weapons that don't paint well, you should use special saver, and weapons that do paint well, maybe just special charge. So, I don't know, I would suggest special saver for a bomb rush on this, as it's going to be very vital to helping the weapon. But pretty much right now, I don't really think the Luna Neo is a good pick in comparison to the Vanilla Luna. The Vanilla Luna has such a better kit, and it's a lot easier for this weapon to exist by itself with the Vanilla's kit. The Luna Neo is a good bomb rush weapon, as it can act as a slayer with how easy it is for the weapon to kill, and then assuming it stays alive long enough to continue to slay, it can get its special that way, and then it can bomb rush to keep people away, or if its control is being contested. The Luna Neo is still an okay weapon, I just don't really care too much for it with the sub. I would much rather play something like the Vanilla Luna, which has a sub that can do so much for the weapon and assists it, where I just can't get behind the idea of an ink mine being on this weapon, as ink mine for a lot of weapons in this game don't do too much, and this is one of those cases. It just doesn't help it. So there's just, in my mind, I can't really classify this as much better than the Vanilla Luna. But then again, I could be wrong. I could be very wrong about this, as I am, again, not a blaster player, so I have no idea. So feel free to correct me if people down in the comments actually use Lunas or use blasters in general. I actually had a fair amount of positive feedback and constructive criticism about the Rapid video, and so I appreciate those comments from people that actually play that weapon and were able to correct me or confirm my suspicions on things. But I would like to know. So if you have any thoughts to share, leave the comments down below. I'd like to know. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.